Well, hello everybody, this is Dave from Universal Truth of Mankind. I'm your host. This is Reflections. I am out for my morning walk. It's about 8 o'clock, 20 degrees out. A little cool. However, it wakes you up. Although I've been up since 6:30, it's definitely is invigorating. Have you guys been noticing more and more discussions on quantum timelines, more discussions about how we live in a matrix or in a simulation? This has been a subject that has been out there for, I would say, about a couple years. Although it's been there a lot longer, it's just now kind of like gained traction, and it's really becoming a subject of discussion for just about anybody. So what do we mean by all of this? Well, I'm going to put my little spin on it, like I always do. I try to view everything from a Kabbalistic point of view, simply because that helps me to kind of put things in a package that helps me consume it better and understand it better and apply it better. So let's just talk about simulations for the moment. Now, I worked as a contractor for the government, for the DOD, way back, and I used to work on simulations. We used to simulate war games. We used to simulate tactical, strategic type warfare with various weapon systems and all that, to try to get an idea of what we're capable of doing. How do we use the resources that we have the most efficient way we can? So simulations are something that I dealt with a lot. What is simulation? It's a reality. Now, when I say reality, I'm not saying it's a real reality. I'm saying it's a reality for the conditions and the situation and for the people that the simulation's for. In other words, if an individual is a very cranky, angry person, then their simulation is always going to be reflective of their anger. If they're happy, it's going to be a reflection of their happiness. And we've seen people that are very, very happy, and it's like they don't see the bullets flying around them. And yet you see people who are miserable and they don't see the good things that are happening around them. So really, it's a perspective. We grow up in a culture, we grew up in a society, we grew up with school systems, we grew up with religious, economic situations, and so on and so forth. And those experiences form our mind, our thought. It programs us into thinking a certain way and perceiving a certain way. Remember, we're physical beings with five senses. Sorry about the sound. We're physical beings with five senses. So we perceive with those five senses. Now, what we perceive from the five senses is meaningless. I mean, I shouldn't say it's meaningless. It has no interpretation. But we take those five senses, we bring them into our system, and then we go through a program that we've been programmed with, whether it's by our parents or, like I said, religion or whatever. And then we perceive everything through that lens, we'll call it. Even though I'm talking about five senses, not just vision. So there's a lot of us that are perceiving according to our programming. And that creates a simulation. That creates our matrix. That's where we're at. And we have to break out of that. We have to look at a bigger picture. I'm somebody who likes to collect perspectives. Because the more perspectives I collect and try to understand meaning from other people, the bigger my picture gets. I break down the boundaries of my box and I move on until I have a bigger perspective of things. And I keep growing my perspective. And that's how I get out of my simulation. So I'm going from a small simulation to a bigger simulation to a bigger simulation to a bigger simulation. My goal, ultimately speaking, obviously, is to be in God's programming and understanding the creator so that I can look down on quote unquote reality. I hope this helps all of you. A lot little details there, but sit back and really think about the simulation, because you can change it. You're in complete control, whether you realize it or not. Take care, everybody. Shalom, shalom.